Hey you, my name is Katarina Berry, and this video is going to be a little different for me to make. It's going to be about my journey towards finding the wedding dress that I will be wearing in about 2 weeks for my wedding day on November 11th, 2020. So the reason I decided to make this video is I didn't really expect for there to be a journey of finding the ideal wedding dress. And actually, it's not even about ideal anymore. It's just about wearing something comfortable, something nice, something that looks good. Looks good being key component here. So to give you a little backstory, I am originally from Russia. I was born in Moscow, and I grew up just kind of idolizing this person that she's kind of a part of the family, but not really. She's not related to me by blood, but she has her own business making these gorgeous, incredible, amazing gowns, these beautiful, beautiful wedding dresses, just absolutely out of the world. So I've been watching her journey for a while, a long time, and I never really wanted to get married. I never really thought I'd be doing this. And I'd never really kind of dreamed of a wedding like most girls did, but I always thought if I ever do get married, I'm going to be getting married in one of her dresses. I'm going to have her make a dress just for me. And so that was my dream. Reality though, in reality, when I got engaged, which was not that long ago, it was about maybe 2 months ago. And so as soon as I got engaged and we decided that we're gonna do the wedding in November, I immediately got in touch with this girl, and I was like, I'm getting married. I need a dress from you. I only will consider a dress from you. And she was like, wow, like I'm really honored. And I was like, yes, okay. So I've picked out a dress, which I'm gonna actually show some images off right here. So while you look, and I'm gonna try to give you a bunch of examples that I can find from her Instagram page. I mean the scene, I was thinking about getting married on the beach or by the water, which is actually gonna end up happening. And I wanted there to be a flow, this kind of beautiful, totally like flowy dress. Now, I want to give you some details. So I look different a little bit than I guess most of the models that this girl works with, because most Russian women growing up there, they tend to be petite. They tend to be a kind of small, short, not short, I don't want to say that, but not very tall, not very broad, not usually, I mean, there are obviously plus size women, but most girls are just kind of smaller body build, generally speaking. So to give you a background, I am 6'2.5", sometimes 6'3" if I wear something that is like not totally flat. And I am curvy. I am size sometimes 12, pretty rarely in the US. That's when I kind of tend to either lose weight or just get more lean for whatever reasons. But usually it's around size 14, size XL, sometimes size 1X. So that's just kind of the idea. Now, in order to have a custom wedding dress made, you need to get measured. You need to have all the measurements, especially since there are no fittings. That's something that this girl would do for me if I was actually in Moscow, but since I'm in the US, we did this kind of thing with my mom where we measured me, and we like got everything. We did this over like a video chat, so she could see what was going on. So we got all my measurements to her. She could kind of see how my body's built. I was wearing like a bra and leggings for that. And so I told her that I would like to make a slight adjustment to the dress. It was so flowy that I was like, I would like to have some little bit of a structure like under my breasts, like right around the waist. So it doesn't kind of like a high waist, so that there's a little bit of a shape to it. I would like the rest to be super flowy, but I just want something, because the way that the dress that I chose, as you probably saw, I'm going to try to use this again with the specific detailing. It usually is shown with a belt, with a very sleek little belt. And I was like, I don't like the idea of a belt. I don't want to be wearing a belt. I just want there to be something that makes it like cinched in a little bit for the shape, right? I am curvy. I don't want it to be bodycon. I don't want it to be like skin tight, but I just want something. So she just drew a few things. I'm gonna try to find them where it looked like there would be like a little bit of a like kind of a line under the breast, and the breast would be kind of separate from the rest of the dress, like the skirt. So when I looked at the sketch, I was like, yeah, that looks good. Like, as long as the, the dress is still kind of similar. We decided to not do the open back, but everything else was going to be kind of the same. There's all these buttons that she was going to hand make. And I was like, okay, that works great. So this is going to be part 1 of the video, by the way. I'm going to do part 2. Talking about some other options, because I just got the dress today. I just saw a lady come in and deliver it. So I'm gonna unbox it. I want to show you the details. I want to put it on. And before we go there, this is what gave me like, I'm not really into, I'm not like a bridezilla, okay? I don't want a lot of fuss. We're kind of very spontaneous, last minute. I'm not good at planning. We're just kind of gonna put it together and make it work with my fiance. To us, it's more important that we're making this commitment to each other, but the specifics, it doesn't mean that much to me. So I'm not really obsessing over every detail, but dress is something that is important because it's going to be how I'm going to be seen. I'm going to be doing a live stream of the wedding. By the way, if you want to check that out, I'll link the event in the description that you can join and watch my wedding happen. But there's going to be some pictures. I'm not sure if there's even going to be a professional photographer, to be honest, but I want to look good. I don't want to be thinking about like, how do I position myself so I look good in the dress? Anyway, all that goes to say, when I saw what I'm about to show you, I couldn't process it. For a day, I pretended like I didn't see anything. I literally forgot about it. That's how much I was shocked. The next day I didn't have a meltdown, but I was very upset. I was very angry. I was very upset. I was really disappointed. I was like, there's no way I'm gonna wear that to my wedding. Okay, so here's what this designer sent me as a little video right as she shipped the dress. By the way, everything has been paid in cash. Material is very costly. She did give us a discount, but none of this, I did not see where this was going. None of the process was shown other than her sewing in buttons in her Instagram stories, which was very pretty. But I was like, why did I not have the chance to say stop? This is not my dress. Like, that's crazy. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking. Why don't you look at it yourself? Okay. So yeah, that's that's what she thought I wanted. So this is the dress that I got today. Obviously, the day that I had my meltdown, this dress cost, by the way, $1,000 US. It's in Russian currency. There might be a little bit of a discrepancy. Obviously, part of it is material, which is really fine silk from somewhere, I don't know. But had I known, there is no way I would buy this dress for $1,000. Like, no. And so, yes, and she didn't have the fabric that I originally, saw the other dress in, and yes, my size and height, but it's like this girl never worked with anyone plus size, and it's disturbing to me. Obviously, maybe there isn't much of a market for that, but it's disturbing to me that she felt like that was acceptable to send. So another thing before I go into unboxing it and putting it on, seeing what it looks like in person, which I already know it's going to be terrible. But you know, we'll see. Maybe I'll be surprised. um, um, the way she handled the situation was like completely unprofessional. I messaged her. I was like, listen, I just saw the video. It was a day later, but just couldn't deal with it. I was like, hey, listen, I saw the video of the dress. It's on the way. It's getting delivered and all that. So that's cool. But listen, it doesn't even look like anything like what I ordered. It doesn't look good. It looks terrible. I'm never going to wear that to my wedding ever. I even said I wouldn't even wear it to my casket. Like I wouldn't be caught dead in this dress, let alone wear it to my special wedding day. Like, what are you thinking? And she said, just wait for it to get there and try it on first. And I'm like, yeah, I'm already gonna do this, but like, listen, what the hell is going, it looks like it's just awful. I mean, I asked my fiance, I showed this video to I was like, what do you think? He was like, I don't want to tell you anything because I think it's awful. Like, I've tried to see if maybe it's not that bad, but there's no way. I sent it to my Russian girlfriends. They're like, this is the most horrendous dress I've ever seen. I'm like, same, girl, same. My mom, my Russian grandma paid for it. That's a lot of money for her. But she wanted to do this gift for me, which we're gonna actually refund her with my mom. Because it's just terrible. I'm not gonna wear it. Even my mom and my grandma were like, this is not what you ordered. I'm like, yeah, I know. So everyone unanimous. This is like the most awful dress out there. The girl said, wear it anyway. When I said, it looks awful, it looks terrible, it's nothing like what I ordered, she said, well, just wear it. And I'm like, no, thanks, I'm not gonna wear it. And she said, well, as you wish then. And that was the last of our communication. So that's, by the way, not just some random designer somewhere in Russia. This is someone who is I consider to be part of our family. No, she's not related by blood, but she's close. I would say she's someone close. So I'm incredibly hurt by this. That's not to mention anything else. So I'm gonna unbox it. I'm gonna put it on. This is gonna be part 1. Part 2, I ordered the same day I had my little freak out. I ordered dresses from Amazon there's 6. My fiance said, let's buy them all. We'll try them on and return whatever doesn't fit. So I was like, well, why don't we both pick a dress? So I'm gonna try all the 6 dresses on, do a little fashion show for my fiance. I'm gonna record a separate little fashion show for you guys so that you can see me in all these dresses. And then we're gonna both choose the dress. I'm gonna tell you, maybe I'm gonna reveal what his favorite is, what my favorite is, but the final selection you'll see on my wedding day, which will be streamed live. So again, I'm gonna link that event in the description. It's gonna be on Facebook through Facebook Live. Maybe I'll do a YouTube Live one too. We'll see. So far, I'm kind of leaning towards Facebook. But anyway, on this note, the dress has just arrived. It's actually 2 days early, and I'm gonna unbox it. I'm gonna film the process of taking it out of the little packaging thing. I'm gonna put it on, and I'm just gonna show you guys, and we'll see what it looks like, because I know what it looks like on the mannequin, and if it looks like that on me, that's what I paid $1,000 for, or rather not me, but that's what someone charged $1,000 for. And okay, just last note before I get started with this, I always feel I have so many issues, charging my worth and feeling like I can raise my prices, for example, or that sometimes I'm like, do people love this? And then they're like, yeah, we love it. And I'm like, okay, good. So I so question myself when it comes to prices and charging and that kind of side of the business. And I was so taken aback by how this girl treated me. And I mean, sure, a lot of that is fabric, but $1,000 is a pretty good sum of money. And for a dissatisfied client who's having a terrible reaction to your work, she was very nonchalant. She was completely unapologetic. And she was like, well, wear it anyway. Oh, you're not going to wear it? Well, it's up to you. And it made me think, it just made me think. Okay, let's get to unboxing. So, needless to say, I'm very disappointed. I was honestly hoping it might be a little different. Now, this thing is not, I haven't buttoned it in the back, so it would be a little more tight, but I don't think it makes really any difference. I wasn't really honestly expecting this experience, like of unboxing it and putting it on, to be so energetically draining, because I can tell that, I mean, this girl obviously thinks she did a good job. That's not my thing to worry about, but I just, I don't know. I guess we're not aligned. If I were in her place and I realized I can't really make that design for a model that I'm working with, of a plus size or not, I would be like, hey, listen, here's a refund. You know, I'm just not going to be able to make it. Not with fitting, not without fittings, not without in-person contact. Why don't you find someone else? But that wasn't the case. And this is not the dress I wanted. This is not the dress I'm wearing to the wedding. Yeah, I just showed it to my fiance. I mean, we were unanimously incredibly disappointed. I mean, like, um, I don't even have words, to be honest. Obviously, it's not like the worst thing that you could wear, but I think here's where the difficult part for me comes in. You know, I maybe people out there, someone might say, you know, hey, listen, you spend this money, it's a nice material, someone made it for you. What are you complaining about? Why don't you just wear it? And like I said, I'm not really that picky. I'm not like a bridezilla where I need everything done perfectly. I don't really even care about most of the details, other than obviously marrying the love of my life. But I just can't, I have struggled so much with accepting my body. I have struggled so much with building confidence throughout my whole life experience. I have been bullied, I have had traumatizing experiences, being ridiculed for my height, my shape. I am curvy, I'm plus size, I'm like tall, big, whatever you want to call it. I own it. And I think if I wore this dress, I would be doing a disservice to my body. I would be doing a disservice to my confidence. I would be doing a disservice to the unique expression of who I am. And what I mean by that is I used to be like this, especially like growing up in Russia, you know, there wouldn't be really clothes that fit me well, or we couldn't afford them. And I just, whatever came my way, I made it work. I accepted it. I said, you know, that's good. If it's good enough, it's good enough. If it fits, it fits. I tried to incorporate some style, some uniqueness, even like in high school and stuff, but I wasn't coming from a place of worth. It wasn't coming from a place of self-love. It was coming from a place of I'm not good enough, so I'll just take whatever I can get. And I'm not in that place anymore. And yes, I am very disappointed that $1,000 of my Russian grandma's hard-earned money that she's been saving for pretty much her whole life went to make this, okay? But money, you can always make more money, and I will, and I will like pay back my grandma because I don't like I don't want her to remember her money going to this, you know. So that's not an issue. An issue is that this girl said, you know, try it on, it's gonna be fine. You know, if it fits, wear it anyway. And the old me, and it's not even maybe her fault, maybe the universe is just giving me this lesson. In the past, I would have said, okay, you know, I'm tall, I'm plus size, whatever fits. Someone already paid money, someone already did some work and created something for me, so I should be grateful. But I have come to a different place. I don't have to accept anything. Anything. And I don't accept this dress. I don't accept this as my wedding dress. I reject it. It's a beautiful fabric. Very obviously, like it's gorgeous. You can see the glow. It's very, very nice color. It was a good idea. I can't say it's a good dress, but the dress that I saw that I fell in love with, that dress I still like. Maybe it's only for certain sized models, but I'm not going to necessarily read into it that way. You know, there is no fittings. It's from, you know, maybe I don't want to justify the girl's work. She knows what she does. She's been doing this for years. It's not her first year in business. If she thinks she did a good job, and I tell her that she didn't, and she's like, no, wear it anyway, well, then obviously I'm not going to change anything. And she's, you know, it's her job, it's her work, it's her world, so whatever. I'm not gonna, I don't have energy to fight. I'm not gonna demand. Some of my friends said you should get a refund. She spent money on the fabric. She spent money on shipping it to United States very quickly. Obviously we paid for it, but you know, it is what it is. Maybe I'll get it remade into something. Maybe I'll do something, you know, with it, with the fabric. I don't know. I don't have energy right now to fight, to demand refunds, to like do this whole drama. The only thing I've done is I blocked her and a few others involved, like in her circles, and just so I don't have this feeling like I can't share my experience, and I don't want to be watched, and I don't want to all of that game of tag. If someone tells her, then that's okay, but I don't want that energy exchange. So I'm not gonna fight. I'm not gonna demand anything. I'm not gonna figure. I don't have it. But I don't want it rather. But one thing that I will say is I do not accept this dress, and I've had a few pangs of guilt come for me because of this, because of my old self is still out there somewhere in the back of my mind, going like, well, you know, why is it not good enough for you? Do you think you're so special? Do you think you deserve more? Are you ungrateful? And I will answer to this voice and to any of you who might be watching this, going like, why don't you accept it? Like it's wearable, you know. I want you to give yourself permission to not accept things that are not in alignment with you. That voice, it's always there. It's either one thing or the other. It's your ego, it's fears, it's whatever. But I don't listen. I don't want to listen to this anymore. Yes, I am special. Yes, I am worthy. This is just a dress. This is just a material thing. And money is just money. You can always make more. But one thing that is hard to recover from is when you keep this pattern of accepting things that are not for you, that are not good for you, that are not in alignment with you, meaning you don't love them. You don't absolutely love them. And if you don't love them, just don't accept them. I'm not accepting this dress. I'm not going to wear this. It's already very clear to me. I'm obviously not wearing it on my wedding day. Stay tuned for part 2 where I'm gonna unbox some Amazon dresses. For price range was $20-$30 per dress. Now they're not gonna be gowns, they're not gonna be floor length. They're gonna be A-line dresses, which is what always looks good on me, what I like. And it's very flowing, you know, kind of structured around the waist, which is what I asked. Asked for a little bit of structure, okay? And the structure that is in this dress, it's so loose. It doesn't even, it makes me look bigger. I mean, like, it's just so unflattering. So anyway, I'm gonna unbox, try on some cheap dresses. I'm gonna do a little fashion show for my boo. We're both gonna choose one, and then you're gonna wear our final choice, or you're not gonna wear it. I'm gonna wear it, but you're gonna see it in our wedding. So yeah, this video is turning out to be more emotional to make than I expected, because I have a hard time still rejecting things that are not good for me, that I don't like, that are not in alignment with who I am, that are not what I ordered, that are not what I expected, because I was taught that, you know, you just accept whatever fits, you know? And this girl kind of reinforced that idea by telling me literally just to wear it anyway. She didn't maybe use the exact words, but she said, you know, if it fits, what's the problem? So yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this dress, but for now I'm just gonna put it away. I'm gonna like put it back into the packaging that it came in. I'm gonna put it away so I don't have to see it, because it's ugly. The fabric is pretty, but the dress is horrendous. And I'm gonna have some coffee and do some journaling, because I feel so disappointed. Like, I've already gone through this days ago, but this was like something I dreamed about for such a long time, like working with this designer. I didn't even think I was going to get married, and the only thing I thought was, if I ever do, I'm definitely going to get a dress from her. So it was kind of in the back of my mind, low-key, kind of like this bucket list item. And here's how it worked out. And it's like worse than anything I could have ever imagined in this specific interaction. So anyway, thanks for tuning in. I hope you're enjoying my little uh dress finding journey so far. So far, not so much finding and more like, no way in hell I'm wearing this. But hopefully part 2 will be a lot more cheerful. I know what my body looks like. I know what my size is. I know what looks good on me. And I gotta just make this clear that yes, part of me wants to say, well, ask her for the under, under kind of breast, kind of like cinched in thing. And I did say, I don't want the open back that was in the original dress. And she did show a sketch that had this kind of part in here, but I would not have ever ordered this dress for myself. I just know myself. Like, if I would have seen that sketch go like this, I don't know how to put it into words. Like, it just didn't work. I'll just remember it as something that didn't work out. And that's it. That's gonna be it. That's gonna be the end of this story. This video is the end of this story for me. I'm not going any deeper. I'm not doing the drama. I don't like drama, I like drama on TV sometimes, but not in my life. So I'm not doing the drama. I'm over it. I'm gonna take this dress and hide it away until I can find someone who I trust that will make some beautiful things out of it. Maybe a two-piece suit, maybe maybe we can salvage these sleeves because I do like the sleeves. Maybe we can make some kind of a top out of it. Who knows what we can make out of it, but it's, I told my fiance that the only way I would wear this is if we wore it on Halloween and I pretended to be like a zombie bride and did like some crazy makeup and maybe some like blood over here, some kind of a stabby thing sticking in there. That's the only way I would wear this dress, is for Halloween costume. He said, that's one expensive Halloween costume. I said, yeah, but that's the only way it's getting worn. So maybe I'll wear it on Halloween. We'll see. But I can tell you one thing. I'm definitely not wearing it to my wedding. All right. Take care, guys. See you in part 2.